A team which took a town of 3,000 to football's stratosphere is lifting the lid on what made the side so special. Scottsdale's legendary lineup of 1973 is reflecting on the extraordinary efforts they made to win that year's title. It's all ahead of a reunion 50 years in the making.
The giant flag nearly eclipses the giant killers of 1973, a team built on disciple-like discipline.
We trained hard, we were fair. If you got caught drinking during the week, time you're out. You know, your dress code, if you didn't clean your boots and have clean shorts, don't bother about playing.
You couldn't imagine it today, but back then, Captain Coach Bob Wilson moved to Scottsdale from Essendon in the VFL after answering an advertisement in the Sporting Globe. He took the side all the way to the state final against Cooey in Burnie. To give themselves the best chance of winning, they decided to fly rather than drive.
Weather was real rough, and the pilot called us up. He said, listen, you know, we might have trouble landing, we might have to go to Smithton. And Gordon, our president, said, this is the most important game of the year, mate. We're not going to Smithton. Anyway, he said, what do we have to do to get down? He said, all you got to see a bit of blue sky. And Gordon looked at, there's a bit.
They landed safely, the rest is history. But they had an unlikely motivator in an arrogant ground announcer who told fans at three-quarter time the game was as good as over when Cooey was leading by 32 points.
That was a stupid thing to say. We grew a leg and the shoe was all over.
When the team returned clutching that premiership flag, tradition was for the players to be presented to the entire town from this balcony in the main street, a coronation for the champions of Tasmania. Yielding an invitation to the champions of Australia, a tournament pitting the town of 3,000 against the likes of Richmond, Glenelg and Subiaco. Memories will reignite this weekend when Scottsdale celebrates 50 years since the most famous year in the club's history.
Even when you meet them just in the street and we're all good friends, it always comes back to those times.
Times this proud town will never forget. Tom Johnson, 7 Tasmania News.